What if I told you that one of Britain's most outspoken celebrities just confronted the Labour leadership, and left them absolutely speechless? Yes, you heard that right. Dyer, the actor known for his raw honesty and fearless mouth, just went head-to-head with Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves in what is already being called the most savage interview of the year. And the moment was so explosive, so unfiltered, that it's now impossible for Labour to pretend it didn't happen. The interview began like any other. Starmer and Reeves sat polished, prepared, and rehearsed, ready to deliver their usual carefully crafted lines. But then came Dyer, direct, blunt, and armed with a set of questions no one in Labour's PR machine could have predicted. Right from the start, he cut through the political jargon. No spin. No dodging. Just raw, uncomfortable truth. First, Dyer challenged Starmer on his constant flip-flopping. One minute you say you're for the workers, the next you're dining with bankers. Which is it, Keir? Who do you actually stand for? The silence that followed was deafening. Starmer shifted in his seat, fumbling for words, while Reeves leaned forward as if to jump in, but Dyer wasn't finished. Then came the hammer blow. Dyer pulled out examples of broken promises, from Brexit positions to tax pledges, laying them out one by one like charges in a courtroom. He looked Starmer dead in the eye and said, "You can't keep selling dreams to people and then tearing them up the moment you get close to power. That's not leadership, that's fraud." The audience gasped, and for a brief moment, Starmer had no answer. But it didn't stop there. Turning to Rachel Reeves, Dyer pressed her on Labour's economic policies. "You call yourself the party of fairness," he said, "but tell me, how is it fair when working-class families are drowning in bills while you cozy up to the same corporations that caused the mess? What exactly are you offering the people who built this country?" Reeves, usually sharp and composed, stumbled over her response. Her eyes flickered to Starmer, almost pleading for backup. And then came the moment that no one expected, the final strike. Dyer leaned back in his chair, smirked, and asked the question that sliced through the entire performance: "If you can't give me a straight answer here, live on TV, what makes you think you can stand up to the real sharks out there, the ones running the economy, the ones pulling the strings? Because right now, you look like you're already out of your depth." The studio fell silent. Starmer's jaw tightened, Reeves looked rattled, and the cameras caught every second of their discomfort. This wasn't just an awkward interview, it was a brutal takedown, the kind that leaves a permanent mark. And the irony? It didn't come from a political rival, or even a journalist. It came from Dyer, a man who speaks the language of ordinary people, and who refused to be silenced. Now here's the real question: if Starmer and Reeves can't handle Dyer's straight-talking interrogation, how will they survive the cutthroat battles of a general election campaign? And more importantly, if Labour's leaders are this exposed on live TV, what other truths are still waiting to be revealed?